I was born the greatest genius of the Qulin clan, right when the Dragon Hand tribulation hit and the three tribes went to war. I watched my own people get slaughtered by the Dragon and Phoenix clans, and did nothing to stop it. Instead, I turned and headed for the far edges of the primordial world. Because the me that transmigrated here, I was just a tiny little fire qulin. Charging into that battlefield with my current power would have been straight up suicide. Lucky for me, fire qulins are born with innate control over primordial flames. Give me enough time to grow and I'd dominate the entire primordial world. After years of wandering, I'd grown into a full-sized adult qulin, and I'd finally made it, solo, to the edge of the abyss, deep in the 10,000 mountains. This place was perfect for laying low, and deep in that abyss I sensed a vein of earth fire, exactly what I needed for cultivation. Right then, a robotic voice rang out in my head. Congratulations, host, the Divine Choice System has been successfully bound. The Divine Choice System is now issuing a mission. Your fellow qulin, the primordial qulin, is locked in battle with the ancestral dragon and first phoenix, and taking heavy damage. Will you go help? Option 1, accept the mission. Reward, master the qulin clan's ultimate technique, the qulin 9 cycle art. Option 2, refuse the mission. Reward, obtain the innate divine demon legacy, the divine demon body refining art. The cheat code had arrived. I didn't even hesitate, I hit refuse, because I knew the qulin 9 cycle art was nowhere near as good as the divine demon body refining art. Plus, the qulin clan's backing was on the verge of collapse. Going there now would just be throwing my life away. The moment I made my choice, the divine demon body refining art flooded into my mind. In just a few breaths, it started running on its own, and I was pumped. I dropped straight into the massive abyss ahead of me and found an entire lava field waiting below. The moment I got close to the lava zone, a wave of dangerous energy surged up from beneath. Entering the abyss, detected. This territory is already occupied by another entity. Do you wish to eliminate them? Option 1, accept the mission. Wipe out the lava giant clan and seize the abyss. On success, the abyss becomes your exclusive cultivation ground. It'll block even a saint's divine sense, and hold up against a near saint's full power strike. Option 2, refuse. Reward, obtain the postnatal spirit treasure, the heavenly demon armor. I didn't think twice, I took the mission. At that moment, over a dozen lava giants rose up out of the magma. These creatures were incredibly rare in the primordial world, born straight from earth fire and magma. Their bodies were volcanic rock, slowly given life through years of absorbing the essence of the sun and moon. They had some intelligence and could fight, but their cultivation level wasn't that high. The strongest was only at the 8th level of Heavenly Immortal, with the rest being early stage. Some were still stuck at the Earthly Immortal realm. I'd just broken through to Heavenly Immortal level 5, but as a fire qulin I had a massive racial advantage. Even if my cultivation was a step behind, I could still steamroll them. And on top of that, I had the Solar True Flame, a fire that can melt literally anything. Sure, these lava giants had spent ages living in magma and were immune to earth fire, but against the Solar True Flame, earth fire was nothing. I never hold back. I went straight for my strongest move. I unleashed the Solar True Flame directly at the lava giants. Under that blaze, the lava giants didn't even get a chance to react. They turned to ash instantly. With the lava giants cleaned up, I officially claimed this territory. The system reward dropped immediately. A mysterious force washed over the abyss. Not a single ripple, completely undetectable. For the next 10 days, the primordial world stayed in chaos. The war between the qulin, dragon, and phoenix clans showed no signs of ending. Countless lives got caught in the crossfire. The land was soaked in blood. Then one day the primordial qulin fell. With the ancestral dragon and first phoenix's factions losing their strongest fighter, the primordial world slowly started to settle. But I knew how this story went. This was not the time to show my face. There were still some massive events coming down the line. The primordial qulin was gone. The qulin clan was in desperate straits. Are you willing to rally the survivors and lead the qulin clan back to glory? Dominate the primordial world? Option 1, accept. Reward, postnatal spirit treasure, the 5 beast 7 fire fan. Option 2, refuse. Reward, one of the 5 innate spirit treasures, the ground flame banner. I looked at the new mission and just shook my head. Looks like this system and I were already on the same page. I refused, and the ground flame banner was mine instantly. This was an innate spirit treasure with insane power. Not only could it ward off evil and block all techniques, it could also scramble yin and yang, flip the 5 elements. If I could collect all 5 innate banners and back them up with enough cultivation, I'd be able to survive in the outside world. I set the ground flame banner up inside my abyss cultivation ground right away. One more treasure meant one more layer of protection. During this time, my cultivation had been progressing at insane speed. Sure, spiritual energy was thin here, but the earth fire made up for it. With the Solar True Flame constantly refining me and the divine demon art running on its own, I'd hit Heavenly Immortal level 9, just one step away from True Immortal. But in the primordial world, even True Immortal was basically a nobody. Golden Immortals were everywhere in this world. Meanwhile, over on the western Demon Mountain, as the Dragon Hunt tribulation neared its end, the demon ancestor Luhu had a cold, sinister smile on his face. He was the one who'd secretly stirred up the war between the 3 clans, filling the world with chaos and bloodshed. Lives were destroyed on a massive scale. His plan was to use slaughter as his path to a breakthrough. The 3 clan leaders falling, he had a hand in all of it. Luoho's goal was to gather the blood essence of billions and prove his Tao on the primordial battlefield. Everything was in place, but just to be safe, he pulled out the 4 immortal slaying swords and stood guard with his god-slaying spear. Right then, a sage-like old man appeared at the foot of Demon Mountain. "Demon, you've spilled oceans of blood! Gone against the will of heaven. Today, you answer for it." The newcomer was none other than Patriarch Hongjun. No matter how deep Luohu's schemes ran, against a near saint like Hongjun, who'd gained the heavenly Tao's recognition through the Jade Disc of Creation, he never stood a chance. Hongjun and the demon ancestor Luohu were in the middle of an all-out battle. Do you want to leave the abyss and step in? Option 1, accept, help Hongjun gain his favor. Option 2, accept, help Luohu obtain the innate spirit treasure, the 12th grade world-ending Black Lotus. Option 3, refuse. Obtain Heaven and Earth Spirit Roots, 20 Fire Spirit Fruit Trees, 15 Peach Trees, 5 Ginseng Fruit Trees. Deep in seclusion, I saw this mission, and for a second, I was shook. Hongjin versus the Demon Tribe. I already knew this was coming. This was the defining battle at the tail end of the Dragon Hand Tribulation. The rewards were tempting, no doubt, but then I thought about it. Going there with my current power? That'd be walking into my own grave. I picked option 3, and the reward hit immediately. Inside the abyss, 20 Fire Spirit Fruit Trees, 15 Peach Trees, and 5 Ginseng Fruit Trees popped into existence. Every single tree was loaded with fruit, and I, who'd just been on the fence a second ago, burst out laughing. This was exactly what I needed. I collected every last piece of fruit on the spot. Then I went right back into seclusion. Thanks to these spirit roots, the abyss that used to be bone dry of spiritual energy suddenly became rich and dense with it. I had a feeling that with time, this place would rival any sacred cultivation ground in the world. And with these spirit roots on hand, cultivation resources would keep regenerating even after being used up. Time passed quietly in the primordial world. After refining all those resources, my cultivation had reached the 5th level of true immortal. Just as a new mission dropped, I snapped my eyes open. The demon ancestor Luohu was about to be defeated. Do you want to leave the abyss and help? Option 1. Accept. Help Luohu gain his favor. Become his last disciple and inherit part of the demon clan's legacy. Option 2. Refuse. Reward. The primordial. Qulin's divine ability. The 10,000 beast heaven-shaking roar. One look at the choices. I went straight for option 2. Right then, I comprehended the primordial Qulin's 10,000 beast heaven-shaking roar. From what I remembered, if a Qulin master could fully cultivate this ability, a single roar could annihilate the Heavenly Phoenix and wipe out the Four Seas Dragon Clan. An absolute clan-defining power. And somehow, I just learned it. As I finished comprehending it, far away on the Western Demon Mountain, Luohu's forces, all 8 of his top generals, were dead. He was critically wounded with no way to turn things around. Before he fell, he chose to cut and run. At his level, even Hongjun couldn't stop him from escaping. In an instant, countless sacred mountains and spiritual veins in the west were destroyed, and thousands of cultivators died. Hongjun was now in karmic debt to this land. He and Luohu, one walked the path of creation, the other the path of destruction. Good and evil intertwined. A fight to the death, where only one side, wiping out the other, would let the other achieve the Tao. With Luohu's death, the Dragon Han Tribulation officially came to a close. The Qulin, Phoenix, and Dragon clans, once rulers of the primordial world, began their long decline. And in the wake of this catastrophe, the countless lives that had suffered held a burning hatred for all 3 clans. That hatred was exactly why the 3 clans dwindled in later ages. They'd made enemies of everyone, and now had no one powerful left to protect them. The 3 clans were in a precarious position. At that moment, outside the abyss and the 10,000 mountains, I felt a sudden stir in my bloodline. It was the Qulin clan's unique sensing ability, and it was telling me another fire Qulin was nearby. And they were sending out a distress signal, a fire Qulin of my own clan, being hunted.